third grade. It is Thursday, and we are ready to read Dog Detectives, Day 19 of Scholastic at Home. And I think you're going to love this article as well because I know many of you have dogs, and we love the dogs that we have. So, Dog Detectives. It says a dog named Pips helps scientists by following a wild animal scent trail in a Washington forest. Notice that this dog has on the vest, kind of like Grogan wears, but Grogan's just a therapy dog, where this is a dog detective. So let's go ahead and get started. These dogs use their sensitive noses to help scientists study endangered animals. This article is written by Haley Romaine. Jack weaves through a forest in Washington state, his nose to the ground. The 6-year-old Australian cattle dog mix has caught a whiff of something intriguing. He's determined to follow the scent trail to its source. Jack isn't sniffing in the forest for fun. He's a detection dog for rogue detection teams. That conservation agency trains dogs to locate traces of wild animals for scientists to study. Often, this means sniffing out their scat or droppings. Yuck. Here's a video that we'll come back to in a few minutes. I can tell when Jack picks up a scent, says Colette Yee. She's Jack's handler and a research scientist with rogue detection teams. His mouth tightens, his nostrils twitch, and his tail starts to wag like crazy. The samples the dogs find give scientists important information. Substances in the droppings provide clues about the diet and health of the wild animal they came from. If scientists discover problems affecting the animals, they can take action to help them. Life-saving sniffers. Check out this diagram, third grade. It says rogue detection dogs aren't the only canines using their noses to help others. Here are 2 ways that dogs use their amazing sense of smell to save people from harm. Number 1, when a dog sniffs, air enters its nostrils. Air carries tiny scented particles called odor molecules. Number 2, odor molecules attach to a scent receptor cells that cover a layer of tissue at the back of the nose, so right here. Number 3, the receptor cells send signals to parts of the brain that can identify the scent. So here's 1, 2, and then it goes back to the brain. Number 3, the nose knows. Dogs excel at all kinds of detective work because they are superior sniffers. Their sense of smell is 10,000 times more sensitive than a human's. I think Mr. M told us that once. That allows them to sniff out faraway odors that humans can't smell at all, like tiny bits of animal scat. Droppings give off odor molecules, tiny particles that carry scents through the air. When a dog sniffs, cells inside its nose called scent receptors capture these molecules and send signals to the brain. The brain then determines what the smell is from. Your nose works the same way, but dogs have at least 50 times more receptor cells than human noses do, says biologist Pascal Quignon. That allows dogs to smell very faint smells, like the slime trail left behind by a snail. Wow. Scientist and trainer Colette Yee picks up an animal sample found by her dog Jack. Sniffing school. The dogs that work for rogue detection teams are rescue dogs that once lived in shelters. To teach dogs how to find certain scat samples, trainers present them with droppings from different species. They hide the samples in boxes with holes. When the dogs sniff the hole that covers the target scat, they get a ball. That teaches the dogs that finding that specific sample earns them a reward. They quickly figure out that they have to find exactly the kind of sample we want in order to play, says she. Eventually, the training moves outdoors where there are many more distractions. So handlers train dogs by asking them to sniff out scat, hidden inside special boxes with holes. So see the holes here, third grade? And I think we know what that word scat means. Kind of gross, huh? Recently, Jack was part of a study to learn if detection dogs are more accurate than humans at finding baby birds and bats that have died. The animals' tiny bodies are often hidden in cracks in the ground or covered by leaves. The humans in the study found only 30% of the birds and bats. Jack sniffed out more than 90%. Not all dogs are cut out for the job. We need dogs that are really energetic and completely obsessed with balls, says G. It's basically a game for them. When the dogs find a target scent, they are rewarded with a ball. The smell of success. Jack has been working as a detection dog for 4 years. He can identify the smells of more than a dozen different species. His work is helping scientists monitor endangered animals from bats to gray wolves. Based on the number of droppings Jack finds, scientists can estimate the size of a species population. Bits of prey in the droppings can tell scientists what the animals are eating. Hormones and other chemicals can indicate if the animals are pregnant or if they have toxic substances in their bodies. This caption says, dogs can even sniff out orca poop floating on the ocean. That's pretty amazing, third grade, and pretty gross. Recently, Jack has been working with Yi to locate orca scat off the coast of Washington. The snot-like substance floats on the water's surface. For a human, it's not easy to see, but from a boat, Jack can catch the scent of the oily droppings from more than 500 meters away. Researchers from the University of Washington are studying the scat to find out why orca numbers are shrinking. Rogue detection teams is working with scientists to come up with new ways to put dog sniffing skills to use. For instance, some dogs are learning to find trees with certain diseases. So far, there don't seem to be limits to what these dogs can do, says Xi. Life-saving sniffers. Let's take a look at this. A dog's sense of smell works the same way a human's does. The difference is that a dog's nose is much more sensitive. Here's how it works. After an earthquake, a flood, or a fire, search and rescue dogs can find humans hidden under debris by following their scent. I wouldn't want to be under that pile. Medical alert dogs can smell tiny changes in body chemistry that signal when a dangerous condition like low blood sugar is about to happen. And that must be what that dog there is doing, a medical alert dog. All right, we're going to go back up to the top, third grade, and listen to this video. Right here, dogs with jobs.
You ready? Let's go! What animals can be playful, shaggy, cute, waggly, and have a job? Working dogs. Our puppy pals can have many different kinds of jobs. Dogs with jobs. Lifeguard dogs help people by saving them from the water. Lifeguard dogs are usually Newfoundlands, Labradors, or Golden Retrievers. These dogs are strong swimmers, which makes them a perfect fit for the job. Lifeguard dogs go to school to learn how to save lives. They practice swimming in rough water. They learn how to pull people to safety. They even learn how to jump out of helicopters to save someone in the water below. Other dogs save the day in a different way. Some rescue people buried by snowy avalanches. Sometimes snow gets too heavy at the top of a mountain, and tumbles down quickly. This is called an avalanche. If skiers are on the mountain at the time of an avalanche, they can be buried by the snow. Trained avalanche dogs search the snow for people. It takes a dog only a few minutes to search an area the size of a football field. How do avalanche dogs find people in the snow? With their noses. Dogs have a much better sense of smell than people have. If an avalanche dog smells a human under the snow, it starts digging and wagging its tail. This tells the humans on the rescue team that someone is trapped under the snow. Dogs can work with animals too. Some dogs help shepherds keep track of their sheep. A shepherd is a person whose job is to take care of sheep. Dogs make sure none of the sheep get lost or wander off. They also warn the shepherd if danger is nearby. Sheep aren't the only animals working dogs can help. Dogs called Maremas have a job on an island in Australia. Their job is to guard the penguins that live there. Foxes were killing all the penguins on the island. People brought Maremas to the island to protect the penguins. The dogs bark at the foxes and scare them away. Some dogs work with people who need extra help doing everyday things. These are called service dogs. Some service dogs help people who can't see. They guide them as they walk down the street. Other service dogs help people who can't walk or move easily. They do things like turn on lights, open and close doors, and even answer the phone.
Keep going. Keep going.
And all service dogs do one very important thing: bring love and comfort to their human friends. Dogs have amazing abilities that help them do all kinds of jobs. Sometimes they do these jobs even better than a human can. Good work, pup.
All right, third grade. So after watching the video and reading Dog Detectives, I want you to think, what is the main idea of this article? What did the author, Haley Romaine, want us to know or learn from this? Did she want us to learn that dogs make good pets? I don't think that was the main idea. So be thinking about what that main idea of the article and video were. And you're going to go ahead and work on your assignment here in a minute. But I wanted to show you that if you click on the other link today that will take you here, there is the video there if you want to watch it again. So hop on over, answer the questions for today's reading.